You know that feeling when you have decided to start a new habit, when you're really motivated and positive, but then a few days later you have failed to stick to your word? Or that feeling when you know that you really want to start a new habit and that could really serve you in life, but then knowing your track record with habits, you don't even find the confidence to trust yourself to even start. Hey guys, this is Jaineel Mistry and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to share with you 5 tips that will help you be more effective and consistent with your habits, inspired by James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. So tip number 1, make it obvious. The whole idea behind this tip is to consciously create positive habits that your body and mind doesn't even need to think about when actually doing it. So make it really obvious that you need to do the habit. Say for example, if you want to start reading for 30 minutes a day after dinner, make sure that you have placed your book or whatever it is that you want to read by the sofa where you sit after dinner. And so by the time you finish dinner and you sit there, the book is there ready for you to read. The whole idea behind this is that decision to actually conduct the habit is actually made beforehand. So before you even finish dinner and sit on the sofa, you already know, you've already decided the habit. So there's no decision making involved actually when you're actually about to conduct the habit. Tip number 2, make it attractive. James in his book states that it is the expectation of the reward of conducting the habit that actually motivates us to do the habit in the first place. We have to make it attractive. Habits are dopamine driven feedback loops. It is the anticipation of reward, not the fulfillment of it, that actually gets us to take action. An idea, for example, to make sure that you are more consistent with your habits is to join a community. Join a group where your desired behavior or the desired habit is the norm, and so you already have something in common with the group, and it's so much more easier to maintain a habit when you belong to a community or a culture where that specific behavior is actually just part of life. Say for example, if you want to start reading more consistently, you can join a book club or something like that, right? Awesome. Tip number 3, make it easy. So many people I work with associate habits and rituals with difficulties. We don't need to make life difficult for the sake of working hard. Work smart. James rightly states in his book that the more energy that is required to take action, the less likely we are to actually do it. So if you're going to start a new habit, make the first step very, very, very easy. So I'm going to stick to reading. If you want to read each day, start off by just reading 1 page a day. Make it really easy. Don't overwhelm yourself. Think long term. The point is to master showing up in the first place. That's the hardest thing, but once you've done that, things slowly take off, and always think long term. Tip number 4, make it satisfying. If an experience is not satisfying, we have very little reason to repeat it. Our brains didn't evolve for a life in a delayed return environment. We look for immediate satisfaction, and so it's important to add a bit of immediate pleasure to the habit. So add a little pleasure to the habits that you want to conduct. You are making progress, you are showing a bit of result along the way. One way I personally do this is by using a habit tracker. A habit tracker keeps me A, honest. A lot of us have a distorted view of our behavior. B, it keeps me motivated. It allows me to show my own progress. And C, it keeps me focused. There's a visual cue that reminds me of how much progress I've made, but also that I need to act. Tip number 5, focus on the systems rather than the goal. We get so fixated on the goals and the vision and the results that we want to achieve, but lack the systems and the processes to get ourselves there. James states in his book, rightly so, that goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to the results. Goals are good for setting direction, but systems are best for making progress. One final really important point to mention here is that habits are not an all or nothing cycle. It's about compounding in the long term. So always think long term with habits. Hope you have found this video super valuable. I'd love to hear more about how you've actually implemented some of these tips into life and the results that you're achieving as well. And remember, if you have found this video valuable, please share it with those who it could serve. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for upcoming videos.